Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of B-Movie Mania. We're really excited tonight to talk about the movie. I'm starting to think this is maybe a mistake because I can't swallow it. I put peanut butter in my mouth. And tonight on B-Movie Mania.
I like how Paul has the peanut butter, but I've got the solution.
Welcome to the crossroads of camp, the bastion of the bizarre, the place where low budgets meet high praise. Yes, it's B-Movie Mania. And now, B-Movie Maniacs, here are your hosts, the cream of the crap, the connoisseurs of cult, your cinematic creepy uncles, Paul Brooks, Mike Hayes, Jason Huls, and crazy Chris Hutson.
Let me just wash it down real quick here with some this is a Sleepy Dog Brewing Company Wet Snout Peanut Butter Stout. Wet Snout Peanut Butter Stout.
Ooh.
You see that?
Wet stout peanut butter snout?
Yeah, pretty cool. Appropriate for the evening. By the way, my name is Peanut Butter Paul Brooks, and I will be your host for the evening. And joining me per usual, we got one really ripe Jason Hulls over there.
So ripe.
No, what do you say after that? One really ripe Jason Hulls. Put it on my head.
Put it on my head?
There you go.
Put it on my head. You have to say put it on my head after each thing.
One really ripe banana. Put it on my head.
Over here we got three Crosby Crackers crazy Chris Hutson.
Put him on my head.
Yes, that's right. And last, but obviously not least, it's Five Dead Flies Mike Hayes.
I'm the black sheep. Put it on my head.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Put them on my head.
Right, yes, that's very important.
Yeah, did no one teach you grammar?
Not in B-Movie Mania school.
Paul, there's a reason I didn't know what to say right there. Mm-hmm. And that's because I couldn't really hear the first half of the movie. Because I did what I believed to be the authentic thing and tried to watch this with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't really go so well. So I'm a little fuzzy on certain parts of this.
You know, it's understandable from a certain perspective, but it's also disappointing. So I'm going to need you to watch the movie again at some point.
Yeah, and also, Jay, don't worry. There are parts that are definitely fuzzy.
Well, I can go watch it right now if you want.
Well, Jay, what's the name of the movie that we watched?
The Peanut Butter Solution. I did get
Well, you got that much at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much from the 45-minute point on, things are a lot more clear.
Okay, great. Well, we'll check in with you halfway through the episode here.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, that's the only part that matters.
I did pick that up too. Yeah.
Somebody else is drinking some sort of peanut butter themed beverage tonight. Mike, do you got something over there?
Yeah, I've got a Saugatuck Brewing Company peanut butter porter, which is smooth and creamy.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, mine's pretty good too. This Sleepy Dog is pretty tasty.
I have a mug of delicious peanut butter tea.
I don't think that's a thing, no.
It could be.
It really sticks to my craw.
Paul, what did you say that beer was called again? One more time.
This is called the Sleepy Dog Brewing Company Wet Snout Peanut Butter Stout.
You know, it's interesting that the company has to do with the dog. I know it's a little early. I know it's even before Quick Takes, Paul, but I have a bit I'd like to do called Peanut Butter Solutions.
Yeah, I was warned that this was coming, so let's get right into it.
Yeah. Speaking of dogs and
Jay.
peanut butter. Yeah.
Jay, I'm going to need you to say like you are introducing a very successful show on PBS called Peanut Butter Solutions. Can you say that for me?
You mean like respectful?
Helpful. You're gonna learn something on this show.
Peanut butter solutions.
Very nice.
Peanut butter solutions. There is a woman out there who got a little bit of notoriety for wrapping her head in plastic and smearing peanut butter on the plastic on her head. And evidently, you can do this if you need to trim your dog's nails, but the dog maybe doesn't want you to do it. So the idea is you're sitting in front of the dog with the nail clipper, and the dog is licking the peanut butter off of your head while you're trimming the nails. So that's just a little life hack that I wouldn't recommend because for many reasons the dog could bite you.
Well, you know that's pretty rough because if you do that wrong on your head and mix in a few things, you're going to just get hair all over your plastic wrap.
That's true. That's also very true. Anyway, sorry, Paul. You put it out there like that. It had a dog. It had peanut butter. I had to go for it.
You had to go for it. I understand. Here's something that I want to mention before we get into quick takes. It's going to be a long night, folks. Buckle up. Ooh. Listen, we watched The Peanut Butter Solution. It is a kid's movie. It's a wholesome family film. So I want this episode of B-Movie Mania to be a very wholesome experience for everyone listening. What does that mean? There might be some kids listening we don't know, okay?
Hope not. What
that means is that let's not have any swearing on the show tonight. Can we do that? Yeah. Well, hold on. I think we're going to do something a little special tonight, something we've never done on the show before, but something that I'm very excited about. We are going to introduce a swear jar into the episode tonight so that if you do swear, you got to donate to the swear jar, and we are going to donate all of the swears from tonight to a local charity. How does that sound?
So we're donating fucks to charity?
What'd you say?
Well, you want me to say it again?
That's what I thought you said.
How much are we talking about per swear here, Brooks?
What should we do per swear? What do you guys think?
$50.
No!
Wow. Look at Mr. Moneybags over here.
All right. It's a swear jar. We can do 50 cents per swear. How about that?
All right.
That's respectable.
Okay.
Let me dump out my swear TARDIS.
I believe Chris already owes.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, you owe already.
All right. Here we go.
All right. One in the bank there. So tonight, anytime anyone swears, we are going to be making a donation to the Chicago Union of the Homeless. And it's a group that sets up, like warm places for people to stay on cold nights. It's cold right now at the time of this recording. So we're going to try to help out a little bit by cursing, by saying things like fuck.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell Paul, but I've got a sweet workaround for not being able to say fuck. Oh, shit.
There's a dollar.
Two.
That's two. Okay. Yeah. So Michael Hogan is in this movie.
Yeah.
He's also in Battlestar Galactica. So we can say all the fracking stuff we want.
Well, you know what? I've decided that because Michael Hogan is in this movie, and in honor of Michael Hogan, that word that you just said, Chris, is going to count towards the swear jar. So put another one in. Yeah,
boy.
You brought that on yourself.
I hope we're editing out that clanging noise and just putting in a nice little ching-ching or something.
No, in fact, Chris, give me a really nice clean.
No.
Cling clang.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can do this here.
There it is. That's the noise.
That's pretty good.
Can I get a cuss out of my mouth?
Yeah.
Real quick? I just want to get one out. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Piss.
Okay.
All right, there's one.
Quick takes.
Hey, is pubes a swear word?
Yes.
Anything you wouldn't say that wouldn't be like allowed in this movie, right?
Right, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Hogan says damn.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Jeez. We're going to be doing some good tonight, I guess.
Hey, you know what? That's the thing. If we're doing it for a charity, it's really kind of a catch-22, so.
Mike Hayes, The Peanut Butter Solution, 1985 Canadian film. What's your quick take?
This is the only kids movie I know of that makes you stare at a dog dick for about 45 seconds. So.
Okay, very nice. Chris Hutson, what do you got to say about this film?
Holy Sha-moooly.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn this fracking movie for making me think about prepubescent pubes.
Okay, that is 5 coins in the cuss jar right there.
It's only 4.
Jason Huls, the peanut butter solution.
Please let me stay. I want to be educated.
Please let me stay. I want to be educated.
I'm going to skip the synopsis. I went into this movie the first time that I watched it. I went in basically completely not knowing anything.
Oh, me too.
And I think that that's the best way to do it. So, listener, you're not getting a synopsis for this one.
It'd be hard to really put one together.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, we are introduced to our main characters, Michael and his sister Suze.
Who's a wretch?
Yes, she is. Thank you, Mike.
That's my sister, Susan Allison Baskin. The wretch.
And they're hanging out, getting ready for school. But right off the bat, we kind of see, Jay, that they have a sort of an interesting family dynamic going on here.
Yeah, I believe the mother is away in Australia.
Correct.
And at first I thought that was just a euphemism for that the dad was saying. And she's really not coming back.
Totally thought she was dead.
Yeah. The sister has kind of taken over the motherly roles, and Colonel Dad Ty is upstairs. He's a painter.
Right.
He's a painter, and so he's painting from very early in the morning while the kids are getting ready for school and whatnot.
Dad, are you listening to me?
Yeah. I hear you, Suze. I am just too tired for all your squabbling today. I have been up all night. It's not easy for him either, with Mom gone. Don't forget that.
And I want to give a shout out right now to Michael Hogan. I'm sure a lot of fans of Battlestar Galactica and fans of Michael Hogan know that he had a very difficult 2020. And, we just want to say from all of us here at B-Movie Mania that we wish you the best. And we hope that things are going better for you so far in 2021, Michael.
I hope he gets a lot less Felder carb this year.
Exactly. That's an old school Battlestar reference right there. Very nice. But yes, Michael Hogan plays Billy. He's a painter. He's an artist. And he doesn't seem to be all that concerned about parenting some of the time.
No.
His reaction later in the movie is just classic.
Yes, indeed. We also get introduced here to Connie, Michael's best friend, Conrad. Chris, how would you describe Connie?
Exactly like one of the kids from Degrassi Junior High.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, they're hanging out in the kitchen at the breakfast table talking about apparently last night there was a fire. Did you guys hear the fire trucks?
Oh, yeah. I heard that some people died or something.
Hey, did you hear the fire engines last night? Are you kidding? I was right in the middle of the action. All started about midnight. Half the neighborhood was there, but I got the closest.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I was wriggling through the fireman's legs, the hoses spurting up all around me. The guys coming off suffocating from the smoke, coughing like this.
What are you guys doing?
Did you not watch the movie, Mike?
I watched the movie. Sorry, I'm still terrified by the first shot of the movie, which was a child shoving their hand into a blender. But
what?
The first shot of the film is the sister shoving her hand into a blender because she dropped something in there, and she shoves her hand into a goddamn blender. And I thought this is the different movie that I thought it was going to be.
Mike, 100%, you could edit this film into a horror trailer so easy. If people can edit Mrs. Doubtfire into a horror trailer, this would be a slam dunk.
Well, this was supposed to be a sort of horror light movie for kids.
Yeah, I mean...
So, the original title was Michael's Fright.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some scary aspects to this thing.
Spooky.
But after breakfast, we get moved along to art class. And who wants to take this? Because this is an interesting art class with our teacher, the Senor.
I will.
Okay, Mike Hayes, go.
It starts with a 45-second slow zoom into a dog's dick. We're in art class. The kids are doing a figure drawing of a dog, and it's fucking wang is just ba-ding right there. And the camera doesn't just ignore it because everyone's got a dick. It's fine. But this damn dog, I'm going to owe so much money.
Oh, I forgot already.
This damn dog is just sitting there, proud as hell, and the camera's just slowly zooming in on it. And
Not like right on, not like a close-up of it or anything.
yeah, but you could have cropped it out. Who gives a shit about that bottom part of a dog? They went for the whole damn thing.
Yeah,
Well,
they
you know,
did.
that makes me really appreciate, Paul, that you put up on our YouTube channel just a slow zoom in on that dog's dick.
A 10-hour slow zoom. It takes
Slow
10
zoom.
hours to get in there.
I am busy editing this episode, and I do not recall doing that, oddly enough.
Well, Paul, I'm glad that weird sound we just heard means that was edited out.
That little bit that you just did, Mike, was edited out.
Trying to give you an easy out.
You know, but this senor, somebody talked to me about our teacher here in this class. He goes by the senor.
He's real intense.
Yeah.
He's very critical of the students, too. He doesn't want anybody to use their imagination.
What are these silly squiggles?
They're flames, senor.
Flames. I do not see any flames around Jim.
I imagine them.
You dare to imagine in my class? I've told you 1,000 times, no imagination. Only what you see.
Which means Michael is not allowed to paint his dog surrounded by flames.
Which, these pictures are amazing, too. They're so, they're like what you would expect a 10-year-old to draw, right? But this art teacher's going around just to start over, just tearing shit apart. He's angry about everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally like crumpling up Michael's drawing of this dog with flames all around it. He tries to do the same thing to Connie's, and Connie makes a stand basically and says, if you do that, I will never come to your class again. And I guess the senor, it kind of scared the senor maybe a little bit. He's like, oh, okay.
Looking back, that sets up the ending, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Huh.
Totally.
Connie's my favorite character.
Connie's pretty great, yeah.
Well, he
yeah.
becomes the main guy, 2/3 of the way through the movie.
Yeah, there's kind of an interesting structure change at some point, but we'll get there.
He's a real Samwise Gamgee.
He is. He really is.
If you do that, senor, I will never come to your class again. And I swear it.
And Paul, I think we're about 10 minutes into the movie here. This is about the time my kids started asking for Toy Story. Would you rather watch The Peanut Butter Solution or Toy Story?
Toy Story.
You don't like The Peanut Butter Solution?
Toy Story.
What about you, Logan? What do you think?
I love Toy Story also.
You don't want this movie anymore?
No.
This is a children's movie, but I think it's meant for kids a little bit older than yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And B, it was made in 1985, so the pacing is not what a modern audience might be looking for if you're 5 or 6 years old.
And life was just a whole lot slower back then.
It was.
It does have a real Judy Blume vibe, though.
It
Yes.
does. Now that you mention
right?
it totally does.
It seems like a Super Chunk or a Ramona or something, but I guess it's written and directed by just some French dude.
Do you have his name? Because I haven't mentioned it yet, and I feel bad about that.
It's Michael Hobb or something? Hudson, what is it?
The director's name was Michael Rubbo, or Rubo.
Okay. So we get a chance here to see some of Billy's paintings. Michael Hogan's character is a painter, and he's got some interesting stuff up in the attic. He has relaxing bird. He has well-dressed bird. He has bird singing to cat. And he has his art dealer come upstairs to check him out. And Chris, what goes on up here?
Well, really, I just want to say that Well-Dressed Bird is amusing but empty.
Well-dressed bird.
What's amusing?
is but empty.
The art dealer says he can get like $6,000 for this big picture, which, I mean, is really only like $50 American, but you know, it works for the movie.
Oh, we're gonna do Canadian currency jokes.
Oh, Canadian zing! Ooh. Hey, that's what I do here.
Sorry to all of our Canadian fans. By the way, this is where we find out why the mom is in Australia. Does anybody remember?
She died.
Yes.
No.
Her father died.
Her father
yeah.
died. That means Michael and Suze's grandfather died. And apparently just nobody else wants to go to Australia for the funeral or anything.
It's Australia. And then the 1980s, we all know the only thing that was in Australia was the Crocodile Dundee. And nobody wanted to see that guy's knife after he pulled it out of
That's Paul
New York.
Hogan, not Michael Hogan.
Oh, they're not the same dude?
They're not the same dude.
You gonna try it? I said, are you gonna try it? No, I'm gonna do it. I'm going around here.
We get to our what is commonly referred to as the inciting incident when Mike and Connie go check out the burned out mansion that caught fire apparently just last night. I don't see much smoke or anything like that, but
Well, there are some bodies in there.
there's probably some bodies
Burned
in
to a
there.
crisp.
But Jay, we get some pretty serious stuff going on. What happens here at the burned out mansion?
Holy Sha-moooly.
We see Michael go into the house and he sees something and all of his hair stands up on end. Mm-hmm. And he ends up sort of rolling down a big slide to the ground and he's unconscious.
Yeah, so Michael experiences what we will come to know as the fright.
I love that term. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
right.
such a great way. Yeah, just such a great way to describe what happens.
Again, it's very sort of Judy Blume, young adult novel sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right after this burnout mansion is my personal favorite scene. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. But it looks to me like Suze is doing taxes for the entire family.
She's doing the books.
Yeah.
She totally is. She's so responsible.
This kid is 9 or 10 years old, and she is just fully in charge of the entire household.
Well, she cooks for the entire family. She also throws out her dad's moldy ass food. Ass, does that count? Do I have to put more in there?
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
She, I would argue, is the best actor in the film.
Yeah.
Because I think she convincingly acts like an adult. It's weird. It was off-putting, Unpleasant Valley, weirdly, she's acting like Diane Keaton talking to Jack Nicholson at some point. like, I just don't know what to do with him, kind of a thing. And I'm like, what is it? She's fantastic. She's very, very good.
I can't stand him, do you hear? I can't stand him. Everything I do is wrong. The food, the money, the dishes.
Michael wakes up the next morning and, Mike, something terrible has happened.
Yeah. He can't open his eyes. He's walked downstairs completely with his eyes closed for some reason.
Well, he just woke up.
Yeah, he's gone down a flight of stairs and is getting to the kitchen table, and he comes up. His eyes are closed for some reason. And then everyone freaks out.
You don't remember what it was like waking up as a kid and just not being able to get up?
That's me now, man.
Oh, yeah.
No, but everyone freaks out because he has lost his hair.
Yes.
And he only knows it once he finally opens his eyes, because that's how knowing if your hair is there works. And he sees his reflection in a frackin' toaster.
Yeah.
And
went in.
That's when he finds out he's bald.
Michael, where's your hair? What's wrong with my hair? You don't have any.
No, don't panic. Just sit down here and let me think this thing through.
But for some reason, everyone's freaking out that this has happened. Michael is
What do you mean for
completely
some
freaking
reason?
out.
For a very good reason.
Well, but they think that for some reason they think it's the cat. They think it's Pablo the cat that has caused this.
Oh yeah, because the cat was sitting on his head like a hat.
Right.
It's that damn cat. I'm gonna wring its neck.
No, Dad, no, not the cat.
It was on his head all night, wasn't it?
There's like, they're figuring out that he's bald, and Mike's kind of upset about it. And Connie tries to cheer him up and says, "Hey, you want to see my pet ant?" And it's got it in a little matchbook. And Mike just says, "It's dead." But how could it be? But how could it be dead? He just fed it.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they setting up here?
What the fuck?
Nothing.
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 It's
Paul,
just a weird kids movie.
I'll tell you what this does set up, though. My next peanut butter solution. Peanut butter solutions.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, I hope it's about ants on the log.
Well, that's not what I was getting. That's a good one, Mike. But if you have a little bit of peanut butter in a jar and, it's like, there's not enough, you're going to throw it away. But it's just like, there's a little bit of peanut butter in there. What you can do is you can take the lid off, lay it on its side where you think you have any sort of like bugs, like ants or, spiders or whatever. They will be attracted to the peanut butter. They'll get in, and the peanut butter will make them stick, and they won't be able to get out. Then you can just pick it up, screw the lid back on, dispose of the bugs.
Wow, so we're just killing a bunch of bugs now.
And when you mean attracted to the peanut butter, do you mean in like a sexual way?
Let me check my notes. Yes.
Oh wow.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Can I do a peanut butter solutions?
Yes, of course. If you have a peanut butter solution, I feel like that this is the appropriate
Mike,
forum.
I'm going to need you to say in your best PBS voice, peanut butter solutions.
Peanut butter solutions. Peanut butter solutions. So if you have a problem where you're a little peckish, maybe a bit hungry, try ants on a log. Get a bit of celery, throw some peanut butter inside of there, put some raisins on there. You got ants on a log. It's a delicious solution.
Yeah,
that's a great solution to my hunger problems.
Let's just, I don't know why we don't just link them to the video that you and me did on the Chicago train.
There you go.
I forgot about that.
Making ants on a log on public transit.
Now, Mike, I think given the fact that this movie features real ants, let's clarify. You should not put real ants on your peanut butter and celery, right?
No, only raisins.
Okay.
Should you, however, keep them in matchbooks as pets?
Your raisins?
Or is that also raisins?
Either way, I mean, honestly, keep a raisin as a pet too. Who knows? Maybe your kid's dumb.
Probably live longer than the ant. Okay, so...
We're as off the rails as this fucking movie.
Michael Hogan and his son Michael Baxter, what's their last name?
Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Maybe that's their mom.
Oh, wow. That would be a wild tie-in here.
We'll get that going on Dark Hollywood.
Did they talk about Uncle Joe? Were they talking about Uncle Joe?
That explains the cat causing baldness.
They go to the doctor. They go get this baldness situation checked out. And they go see a licensed medical professional, and this licensed medical professional explains to them that Michael is suffering from something known as what, Michael?
Harem scarum, duh.
Harem scarum.
That should have been the name for this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
much
would have
better
been a lot
name.
more fitting, yeah.
He had a fright, you say.
That's right, he did.
It's that fright, for sure. The proper medical term is harem scarum.
Now, by the way, I think I like Peanut Butter Solution because it's a play on words, which is pretty fun.
How's that?
Because a solution is something that will solve a problem, but a solution is also a mixture.
Mixture, got it, yeah.
And that's what it is. And so I only just now thought of that, but I do like that.
Clever.
So the senor gets kicked out of school. Some shit comes to light. New shit has come to light. Oh, damn it. Ah. Okay. And
you're helping people in need.
I know.
Senor, I've had my doubts about you, and I've been checking.
What checking?
I found out that you've been thrown out of 2 schools, that you faked famous paintings, and that you've changed your name and appearance 4 times. And you claim to be Rembrandt's great-great-great-great-grandson.
I am a great teacher. I am a great artist. I am a great-great-great-great-grandson. I studied in Rome, Paris, Milano, Florencia.
Dad and Suze, the dad and the wretch, if you will, decide that they are going to lovingly hold down their son/brother as he fights drastically to escape them, as they force a wig upon his head.
But I think they're justified because he looks disgusting. Disgusting.
And what do you want? He's only trying to be nice. I look disgusting! You hear? Disgusting!
And it works, and there's no issues with it at all.
There's no way. That wig is on for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
He gets beat up on the soccer pitch.
Oh, man. Like, dude.
I love when they pull the wig off, the glue like stretches like belted cheese.
Yes, that's a great analogy. It's long strings.
So fucking great. Oh, I think I did it again.
Oh, it's long fracking strings of cheese off between his head and the wig.
Yeah.
And these kids chase him. These kids chase him home while he's covering his face and
they're
head.
Chanting at him, they're ridiculing him the whole way.
They're not only ridiculing him, they've had the presence of mind to form a chant that they chant at him as they're chasing him through the neighborhood.
It's like, raw do a knife for the cake. Raw do a knife for the cake.
Is there some sort of... Is this a Canadian thing that there's a theme song for bald people that I'm not aware of? Okay, and then apparently Michael discovers that there are ghosts in his house. I don't know.
Yeah. This is where the movie picks up. This is where the movie picks up.
Please help me understand this.
I can't. I literally fucking can't. It's
his house, right? But it's like dark and everything.
Well, it's nighttime, so that's not the weird part.
Okay.
Now, I honestly didn't catch this. Now, are the ghosts there because they feel bad about what happened to him in any way, or is it random that they're there?
I don't think they say.
Well, no. Well, one of the ghosts is the guy that Michael gives some money to earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
There's
that weird scene.
Yeah. And so it's the one guy and the Mary, the other wino.
Okay.
I'm calling the wino because that's the term the movie uses.
But he comes downstairs after having a hard day of getting yelled at and called a boiled egg, and there's these two wino ghosts who to defend the wino categorization, the one dude does tell him how he got deep into drink and ruined his life because he drank too much booze and wine.
I assume that's what killed him.
Were you a kid once like me?
I had lots of brothers, but the bottle got me. I'm the black sheep.
The woman wino ghosts does have one final treasure that she's willing to read to him, but not give him.
And what is that?
A recipe for a solution.
Not a recipe for seduction?
No. Let's fucking hope not. Otherwise, this is a whole other different story about child abuse.
One really ripe banana. Put it on my head.
Yes.
5 dead flies.
Oh, a little crossover.
Put them on my head.
Put them on my head.
Hudson, I'll do the other part.
1 rotten egg.
Put it on my head?
3 licorice leaves.
Put them on my head.
Finally, the final ingredient. A fistful of kitty litter.
Put it on my head.
I think that's it. That's as far as I wrote it down.
There's 5 more things.
There's one major ingredient you're leaving out.
Well, there's 3 Connie Crisps, 3 Crosby crackers, 9 spoons of soil, a glass of pepper spizz, which that's not a cuss, so I'm not paying for spizz, but it sounds like it.
And
then, Paul, a spoonful of peanut butter.
A spoonful of Skippy. And
didn't they pay for paid promotion with this movie?
I think they did. I saw him in the credits. Yeah. So Michael starts going through this process of concocting the recipe so that he can grow his hair back like the ghost told him to, I guess.
Oh, and the ghosts just leave his house at some point. They just wander off.
Yeah, they peace out.
Well, I believe the movie, and I quote, says they fuck off.
Frack.
Put one in, Chris.
Put it all on my head.
Right.
Go, Mary.
Yeah. Now, last thing is a spoonful of peanut butter, and that's very important because it makes it all stick together. But don't use too much of it or watch out.
What'll happen?
Well, it ain't for me to say. You just watch out, huh?
But it's too thick. It doesn't really paint on very well.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, it's too thin.
Too thin, yeah.
Too thin. It doesn't paint on very well. So well, screw it. I'm going to add a lot more peanut butter.
Yeah.
Puts in like 5 times as much peanut butter as is called for.
I gotta make it less runny. I just gotta put more peanut butter in. It's the only solution. 2, 3, 4, 5 spoons of peanut butter.
If I may, before we talk about how well this works, I just wanted to share something that I know is really good for an audio medium, but I did do a painting while I was watching this.
What are you talking about?
Paul, I made a little painting about this scene right here. I got a picture of the sad boy, and he's got all the shit on his head.
Yeah.
Right there. And he's
Put it
crying.
in the jar, Mike.
He's really sad.
Well, that is amazing.
So there's a little painting I have.
Thank you for that.
Was that made with peanut butter and dead earth and flies or whatever the hell?
Dead ants?
No, just children's paint. I don't know what that means, but it was called children's paint, so it could be blood for all I know. I don't know.
Well, this is very inspiring. I think what we need to do is all of us, Jay, Chris, and myself, we need to do our own painting.
It's a great idea.
And then we'll do a little, we'll put them up on YouTube or something.
A little video reveal to show how this movie made us feel. Okay.
Yeah.
So first we're giving to the homeless, and now you want us to fucking paint?
Mm-hmm. Put one in. You guys
Mike didn't put any in the last time, and he swore
The sound happens every time I fucking cuss Chris Cocky Hutson. It's fine. I'm waiting till the end after, how we have a little stinger at the end of the thing. I'm waiting until Paul gives us the tallies of what we all owe.
I'm not going to be able to tally this until mid-March.
Paul, the magic of editing is that we will record the stinger then.
Oh, okay. Got it. Christ.
You've got little baby bristles. You sure it's not gunk? No, it's hair. It's hair! Dad!
Okay, what's the matter now?
Dad, I'm so glad you're here. Michael's got hair.
All right, Mike! All right, this is it, buddy. The nightmare is over.
It is working.
Yes.
He has hair. And in a few moments, he has even more hair.
Yes, it is growing rapidly.
It is.
It's wild.
I mean, let's just get to the thing that we all want to talk about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Connie is at the house, as he is every morning, to be honest, eating grapes.
Loves those grapes.
And he is very excited about Michael's hair growth. And Chris, I would love for you to handle this because I know how excited you were about this when this came up. What do we got going down here with Connie? He decides that he wants to try it for himself for some reason.
Well, yeah, I mean, as any 10-year-old boy would want to try. He's got all, he sees how much hair growing by the second.
Yeah.
From baldness to these luscious long locks. But, Mike's a little, probably shouldn't try it.
Yeah, why would you want to, Connie? You have a full head of hair.
Yeah, but Connie wants to put it down there.
Does it hurt? No, but it's dangerous. Let me try it. Why? You don't need it. You got lots of hair. Sure, but what? I'll put some down there. Are you crazy? No, get out of here and let a guy do what he's got to do.
Connie wants pubes.
He wants pubes. Oh boy.
100% something myself and my friends would have done at 10 years old, probably.
I don't understand.
I gotta say,
one
in
bit.
a very, very risque choice.
Yeah.
We see those pubes later on.
Oh yeah. I mean, yes, you see the pubes.
I mean, they're like at his ankles.
This does not have any real purpose in the story. Like, it just doesn't.
Not at all.
There's no way you could have cut out the entire pube subplot. There's a pube subplot in this film.
The pube plot?
Yeah.
But the thing is, would this movie be nearly as enjoyable if we didn't have a pube subplot? Come on.
No.
I mean, most films would be better with a pube subplot.
I think all films would be better
Guys,
with a pube subplot.
would this podcast post be any more enjoyable if I didn't have another painting that involved this?
What?
Oh no.
I have another one.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Let me see if I can show it here. It is just a nice pair of jeans, and you can see the pubes coming out the bottom of the legs. And also, we don't ever see this. Thankfully, we never see it popping out of the zipper. But I kind of imagine that's a little artistic license there. I use my imagination.
Wow.
Don't tell the senor that I have little pubes popping out there. So
that's hair. So that's hair, or is that his feet?
no, those are hair coming out of where his legs are. Because eventually we see him like, he's all like, it's so itchy. And then there's hair just coming out the bottom of his pant legs.
Dude, and his sweatpants when he's sleeping, his sweatpant legs are full. Like you jammed a bunch of plastic bags down there or something.
He yells at them. He's just like, stop growing.
But the pubes listen.
Yeah, they listen. It totally works.
That's the ending of the subplot. The pubes get yelled at and they stop growing.
Connie has sentient pubes.
He gives his pubes the fright.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, but what the fuck else is it?
I can
He
imagine.
did scare the or he commanded the pubes into just forget the rest. Let's just talk about this for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's dissect this.
Well, I mean, they were black, but they weren't curly. So
Yeah, I wondered about that. I mean, because he's like itching his legs. He says down there, but like, it has to be. I mean, you're not. What? Nobody wants extra leg hair.
No, he pubed himself. But listen, I mean, at that point, Michael's hair is growing like 6 inches every hour or something, right?
Yeah.
This kid, it's in the middle of the night. He's woken up. It has grown from, I can't say little boy dick, but
He just did.
oh well,
That's a
charge
full
me
$1. That's a
yeah,
full
charge me
$1
double for that. I was gonna say, but it has grown down. This is why it's not curly anymore, Chris, because those curls have been weighted down by like 3 feet of the pubic hair.
Oh boy. Oh man.
wow.
It is, if I may say, it is cinema magic.
And here's the thing too. We got this thing in school where Mike's hair has gotten just so out of control. 3 teachers are literally going to resign. They're going to quit their paying jobs if Michael won't cut his hair. And you're telling me that nobody has a problem with pubes shooting out of the bottom of Connie's pants.
Stop. I said stop. Stop growing right now. Stop!
Yeah, so Chris, I mean, how long at this point are we talking? How long has Mike's hair gotten here?
Oh my God, it's like beautiful, like shoulder length. It's all in his eyes. He can't see. Later on, at the end of the day, he looks like Cousin It.
Like it's across the back desk, and Connie has to cut it just to see his desk.
For 2 weeks now, I've been bald. We did everything to get my hair back. Nothing worked. At last, I tried this extremely dangerous mixture. It worked, but now my hair won't stop. My only chance is for this guy to keep on cutting. Please let me stay. I want to be educated.
So as Jay mentioned, the teachers are, for whatever reason, very upset about this, threatened to resign. And so what that essentially leads to, Mike, is Mike and Connie getting kicked out of school.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Those rapscallions.
I'm sorry, boys. The snipping is too distracting. I've had 3 teachers tell me today they'll resign if you go back in their classes. So finish your class, and then you better go home.
Mike says that he doesn't care. He's going back to school. Even if it is in the middle of a hurricane, he's going back to school.
Paul, they phoned. The school has phoned, and they don't want you there.
This is such a great scene. Michael Hogan standing on the porch on this windy-ass day, yelling at his son not to go to school.
You can't go to school, Mike. They phoned. They don't want you there. Come back.
No! Your hair's trailing on the ground!
They don't want you there. Mike!
I don't care!
Michael is trying to walk down the street to school with his giant head of hair flowing in the breeze. And it is like 70-mile-per-hour wind for whatever reason. No explanation.
You know, fighting against all that wind, it gets pretty tiring.
Yeah. What happens?
Well, he's got to take shelter from the storm next to somebody's porch, I guess.
Yeah, a random porch. And he falls asleep.
Oh, it's tiring.
He falls asleep while he's crouched down.
And he is promptly kidnapped.
Well, he's found by some sort of goddamn wind lord who the storm does not affect at all.
Yeah, this is where things, get arguably pretty dark. Well, not arguably dark. It's pretty fracking dark.
It's pretty dark. But it also goes off the rails at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
The whole movie style changes, I think, at this point.
Michael Hogan is just besides himself. He cannot believe that he let his son go to school. A, when he was not supposed to be going to school, he was suspended. B, in the middle of some sort of cyclone. C, with all that hair, so he trashes. I guess he trashes all of his art supplies.
He mildly throws a tantrum.
Was anybody else as soon as I was watching that, I was just thinking of Tommy from The Room going and smashing stuff.
It's the most unemotional emotional scene.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I almost feel like there were some late rewrites or something going on. But Suze and Connie, to sort of cheer up Suze's dad, Billy here, Mike, they go to the art store to buy him a new paintbrush. Do I have that right?
It is a big-ass paintbrush, and it is the limpest bristles you could possibly imagine, in a gross way.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like human hair inside of a paintbrush.
Well, because it is. It is.
Well, it is. And then, they have... Connie and the wretch have both, been touching Michael's hair so much that they just have a tactile, knowledge of it.
Right.
I know this hair. I've cut this hair. You don't? Are you certain? We're holding a bit of Michael in our hands. Excuse me, sir. Where do these come from?
I don't know. A fellow in a big red truck delivers them. And I don't know his name.
Well, do you know the name of the company?
The company doesn't have a name.
Oh, do you want me to stock my shelves, my wares? What do you have for me? Oh, you have a paintbrush. Let me see this, please. It's just this limp fucking garbage.
It's a ponytail on a stick.
Yes, you're not going to take it. You can't paint with that.
And this frickin' store owner guy is like, I don't know, don't ask me, but let me just tell you. And he's like,
let me just tell you these facts.
When I ask him his name, he says, I don't have a name. So I says, what do I call you? He says, call me Senor.
The Senor.
And when I says, when can I expect deliveries? He says, on Saturdays.
Tomorrow is Saturday.
In the middle of this first, we find out that 20 fucking kids are missing from the school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are just disappearing.
You kind of can't forget about the kidnapped kids. Just disappeared without a trace.
And no one cares.
Nobody.
No one cares.
Michael Hogan doesn't give a fraction of a frack that his son is gone.
No, doesn't care.
I mean, it's in the newspapers, but not even headlines. Just look like the back corner of page 8.
Yeah, there's a shot where he goes, "God damn it," and then it cuts to a newspaper article, and then it's nothing. Then they're having dinner guests over for no fucking reason.
20 other kids were missing from school. 20? I thought only 10. No, 20, including Mylin, my baby sister. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, here's where we can talk about the coat.
Yeah,
That
baby.
Beautiful.
Yeah, what do you want to
coat.
say about the coat, Jay?
It's that luxurious senior coat made of... okay, his coat looks more like pubes than Connie's pubes.
Well, do we...
Oh my god, it's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, here's a question. Okay, this is one, all right, listener, when you're at a party, when we can eventually have parties again, throw this, like, would you rather out there. Would you rather have a coat made of pubes or children's hair? Which one's grosser? I honestly don't know.
Connie, it's the red truck. Wake up, it's the red truck. It's there. It's here, come on. It's what we're waiting for. Look.
Let's briefly touch here on Sue's and Connie's brilliant plan that they concoct here to try to find Michael.
The senior goes
clever.
in to dump off the Mike hair paintbrushes, and Connie gets in the back with like a little hose and the sugar, and so when the truck drives away, which by the way, the senior does try to kidnap Sue's right there, and she turns him
he
down.
totally tries to pick her up.
Yeah. He says, "Do you want to ride?" And she says, "No." Then the truck pulls away, and Sugar is dumping out the little the hose so that Suze can follow along on the bike
at the back.
Yeah, because Connie has gotten himself kidnapped.
Yes, he's hiding in the truck like a true investigator.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And here's where we get that really awesome theme song.
Yes.
Oh, we should get into that. That's important.
Out of absolutely nowhere, we get some fucking Celine Dion in this movie.
As soon as this song came on, I'm like, I'm looking that up. What is that song? It is Ding a Dang, Your Mind Goes Clang.
Listen to the magic man, and abracadabra, your life's in Cinderella. Listen to the magic man. A bingo bango, a dingo dango, and oops, your mind goes clang clang.
Well, Celine Dion, national treasure, and this is obviously before she was a big star.
So I think she was 17 when she did this song.
Oh, yeah. Wow, okay, yeah.
This is
early.
her first feature film.
Yeah.
Her music's featured in this film, first one.
Yeah,
wow.
And her first English language song, too.
Huh.
Yes. Sorry, that's actually probably the fact I misquoted. It's probably first English language song.
Well, get it right, Mike.
And it's a great, like a great 80s kid song, very magical sounding.
It's kind of nice. I kind of got into it.
And now we get to the child labor camp.
The sweatshop.
Holy Sha-moooly.
Child slavery.
Mike, child labor camp, go.
Wow, well, I was hoping to talk about a different thing.
Chris, child labor camp, go.
All right, well, first of all, this looks like a lot more than 20 fucking kids running this thing.
Yeah.
There's like 50 easily.
It's an operation.
There's also a lot of apparatuses. Like, it's not just like they're huddled in a room. They are set up in a proper sweatshop situation.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
That they have a whole line for
There's like
manufacturing.
an assembly line, yeah. There are traps. There's like a jail cell. At some point, like you see the kids all sleeping in hammocks. That I think it's a missed opportunity by not making those hammocks out of hair too.
Totally.
How do you know they weren't? Could have been albino hair.
That's true. But he's got when they're sleeping, there's like invisible tripwires all over the place, so he knows when the kids are snooping around or trying to escape. It's just, it's baffling that the movie leads up to this. I did not see this coming.
No. How could you? I mean, because what specifically is being made inside of this labor camp?
Well, Mike is like laying down. I guess he must be tied down or restrained somehow into like a metal bin, and his hair is going down a chute,
like a conveyor belt or something.
Like a conveyor belt. And I guess his hair. Yeah, I don't know. Someone cuts off the hair and it goes down an assembly line and is put into those fucking brushes.
the first and only magic brush and hair factory in the world.
Holy Sha-moooly.
We skipped over kind of actually what happened to Michael when he was kidnapped.
What do you mean?
A spell was cast upon him.
What?
When he's under the porch hiding from the hurricane, he falls asleep, and then the Signor walks up and gives an Italian like spell upon him.
Finalmente arrivato. Che magnifici capelli.
And then the Signor then feeds him yogurt to grow his hair out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's on a yogurt
diet.
Right.
He's on a yogurt diet, fully asleep. This kid's in some sort of weird, like a bobsled with the thing on the back that gets his hair. And he's just this creepy scene of just the Signor just slowly feeding him yogurt as he's unconscious and comatose.
God, I would love to see somebody edit this into a proper horror trailer. It would be so weird.
So that's how it's happening. He's under a spell in a coma.
Billy and Suze find out that the art dealer that they were dealing with is the Signor's brother, apparently. Don't know how that's connected.
Oh, they're all brothers. The doctor's connected, the art dealer, and
it just gets the dad to the place. That's pretty much it.
I mean, there's a whole thing where Connie pretends that he wants to be the Signor's, that he wants the Signor to be his dad.
Yeah.
That is so creepy.
And he goes for it. The Signor's like, I'll consider it, and then does.
Please let me be your son. Please.
I will consider it. I have never had children. Only a dog.
The paintbrushes that are being made from Michael's hair, Mike, are for something very specific. What do we see happen here with the paintbrushes? This is just, there's no explanation for this whatsoever.
This is like going like full like Willy Wonka. Like
they've gone full fucking what's it called? Disney Sunday Night Disney or whatever the hell it was called. The Wonderful World of Disney is what we used to watch as children. Yeah. And it does this whole thing where these magic paintbrushes can be used to paint magical paintings that you can walk into and experience as a reality, kind of a magic eye, but for your whole body.
Yes.
And
very lighthearted kidnapping going on here.
It is. They don't seem to hate it.
No, they're laughing and dancing while the Signor's doing his thing. Connie begs his new dad to
he calls him
paint
dad.
The burned down house. So he paints the burned down house, and then the Signor goes into the painting. So really, he's like at the burned down house now.
Right.
And he goes up to where Michael got the fright, and he looks into the same window, and he gets the fright. Which kind of opens up a window for the kids to get Michael and escape.
Yeah.
It also cures Michael's hair growth.
Is that what did it?
Yes, they did say it.
The fright.
No, they say it's communicable.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like The Ring. You know, if you show someone else the fright, within 7 days, your hair stops growing.
Yeah, and if that other person gets the fright, you no longer have the fright.
Okay. Yeah, because he goes bald in the next scene.
And Michael Hogan and Suze finally track down the child labor camp. Hogan busts inside using karate.
Yeah, he's ready to throw down.
He's before the cops go in.
Yeah, he's got to get his kid, you know?
Yeah, because he showed so much concern before.
Well, now he knows karate.
Freeze, senor! Or you're dead meat. You too.
Kind of like it's a karate Christmas miracle.
Yeah. Except less conservative, horrible QAnon dog shit. And the police come in and arrest the Signor, and all is well.
Pretty much. And it's very normal. When he's reunited, he's been kidnapped. And he's reunited with his dad and his sister, and they're just like, okay, great. Good to have you back. Yeah, let's go.
Michael Hogan even says, hey, there's a surprise in the fridge for you. Like he got him ice cream or something.
Right.
Yeah, like he went to stay at a friend's house.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what? Hey, that's the 80s for you. Just, let it roll off.
Parents didn't care for children then.
And then, Chris, we got one last thing that happens here.
Oh, well, it's kind of like in the movie I mentioned a moment ago, A Karate Christmas Miracle. But this time, instead of the dad showing up for no real reason, the mom decides to show up for no real reason. She's home.
Yay.
Her dad's buried. The house is sold, and she's back from Australia.
They got $1 billion.
Unless that's not their real mom.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Carol Baskin.
Rating time.
Well, guys, obviously, there's really only one thing that we could rate this in, and that's 1 out of 100 peanut butter Connie pubes. So, I mean, listen, if you want to do something different, you're more than welcome to, but that is going to be the official rating scale. So, Mike Hayes, let's start with you. What do you got for us?
This movie's a real slow burn.
Yeah, it is a little bit on the slow side, isn't it?
I mean, if you want to see a weird kids movie, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to rate it this painting I made.
What is that?
This is a painting of Paul spoon feeding shit into my mouth while I'm in a coma.
No need for that.
So I have this, but see, if you can see, I'm in a coma, but I'm kind of happy about it. So
Yeah, but you can't really do 1 out of 100 Paul spoon feeding shits.
No, I'll give a number. I'll do
PBCPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many PBCPs?
72 PBCPs.
Okay, 72 PBCPs. Chris Hutson.
Oh, wow. I thought it picked up earlier on than you guys did, like when the dad's showing off his weird bird pictures.
I would agree.
What the fuck? It's so weird. But, like, weird in the best way. Like, yeah. I was completely baffled by every single decision made in this movie from as far as the story goes. And it really kept me wondering, like, what the fuck is going to happen now? Like, I did, and honestly, even halfway through the movie, if you told me this movie ends with a bunch of child slavery, I wouldn't have bought it. I would not have believed you.
Yep.
So I enjoyed it quite a bit more than Mike, so I'm going 87 PBCPs.
Nice. Okay, very nice.
I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie.
Wonderful. Well, Jason Huls, I know that you had a little bit of a difficult experience trying to watch this one, but what do you think?
Well, if I may, I'd like to just real quick insert my final peanut butter solution, and it's very relevant.
I figured there'd be one more.
Peanut butter solutions. It's very relevant to the whole. This is probably the most relevant one.
Okay.
Out of the whole list.
Perfect.
When you run out of shaving cream,
yeah,
use peanut butter.
It's
a real thing.
For pubes?
You could, yeah. If Connie wanted to get rid of Connie had to get rid of the pubes somehow. I mean, they weren't hanging out of his pant legs the whole movie.
If only he'd tried the peanut butter first, instead of yelling at them.
What was the Connie situation? Did he just have like a big old set of pubes going on?
It was a real shaggy dog situation.
I mean, he had to just trim them at some point.
Okay, use peanut butter. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, my rating. Yeah, dude, this movie is so absurd in a good way. I say that in a good way. And it is impossible to predict.
Yes.
Which is great.
I love that, yes.
It is also nightmarish. Like, the whole movie is just nightmarish in, like, not a really deep, dark way, but if you just look underneath what's really going on, it's just this fracked up, dark, weird movie. So, yeah, I had a pretty fun time with this, even though my viewing experience was not optimal.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it an 82.
Okay.
82
Nice.
peanut butter Connie pubes.
Very nice.
It's just even so hard to say the rating scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say. I'll say it right now.
Paul, what do you got?
I mean, you know, like I'm happy to hear all the scores. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm just going to, you know, echo everything that you guys said. I guess the only thing that I'll add is I found out about this movie when I noticed that Severin Films was putting it out on Blu-ray, and I'm like,
oh,
what? This is a kids movie that Severin is putting. Severin puts out, you know, a lot of weird stuff, so I'm like, okay, got to see what this is all about. And I think one of my favorite things about movies that we review on this podcast is that thing where you just cannot predict what's going to happen, and it just takes some hard turns, you know. That's just really fun. Nobody else said it, so I'm going to do it. This movie came out in 1985, so we're going to go with 85 peanut butter Connie pubes.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Paul, do you want me to do the other rating?
Oh God, yes. So I understand, Jay, that Logan, your son Logan, had a little something to say about the film as well.
He did. He saw probably half of it, but evidently that was enough for him to deliver a score for our rating system.
Oh, okay, great.
Hey,
wow.
I like it. You know what? He knows what he likes.
Yeah. Child slavery just would have scared him anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a, you know, which I feel like the last half was the better half, but also, yeah, it might be more personal for him. So, yeah.
All right, so Paul, I think I have the clip. You want to just put the clip in here?
We'll put the clip in. This is Jay's son Logan. First time he's ever given a rating on B-Movie Mania.
Okay, I think the peanut butter solution was really good. I liked it when his hair fell out because he put something on it.
That's good. Okay, so let me ask you, Logan, 1 to 100, what score do you give the peanut butter solution?
8,000.
8,000. You heard it here.
Just one more thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would give the peanut butter solution 8,067 more bucks.
Okay.
Okay, let me press this one.
Jesus.
What?
That's a lot of Connie pubes.
I mean, that actually is an appropriate amount of Connie pubes.
Wow. Holy fucking shit, Logan.
Yeah.
Logan, thank you for the rating. Thank you for the input. You know, nice to have you on the show.
Well, he'll probably be hosting it one of these days.
On the next episode of B-Movie Mania,
I am sick of all the lawlessness on this podcast.
Whoa.
Are we watching a Stag Challenge DVD?
Oh my God. What if we were?
need some Law and Order, and there's only one film that we can watch for that. It's part man, part cop, an all-fan remake.
What?
So we are going to watch our RoboCop remake.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Because if anybody is going to ruin RoboCop reviews, it's us.
Oh,
Yes!
my God.
So, Paul, you inspired me with this, with Shrek Retold. So I'm like, I know there's more movies out there like this. Obviously, the RoboCop remake got some a little bit of fame for a certain scene.
Oh, yeah.
And it's available for free on Vimeo.
Wow, very nice.
Oh my God, yes. Jay, I almost picked this.
Did you?
Oh my God.
I did. It's not on my lineup, but I was so close, baby.
Our brains might melt.
The deepest mysteries all come clearer when you open your eyes.
listen up, maniacs. Do you have a question or a comment? Would you like to send some bourbon to Uncle Lloydie? You can contact the gang on Facebook at B-Movie Mania. You can also drop them a line at bmoviemania.com. Reach out, touch them. They're touching themselves, and they might just reach back. I'm Lloyd Kaufman saying, see you next time on B-Movie Mania. Woohoo!
Hey folks, thanks for listening to this episode of the show, and through the magic of editing, I now have the swear jar totals. So here's what we got. Chris Hutson swore a total of 30 times. Nice work, Chris. Mike Hayes, however, swore a total of 39 times. Astonishing, Mike. Excellent work there. Jason, 19 swears. Not bad. You know, doing some good. And unfortunately, me, Paul Brooks, bringing up the rear with just 18 swears. But you know what? I'm editing this episode. So, penguin shit and king penguin shit. So there you go, 20 swears for me. That brings our grand total up to $54 that we are going to be donating to the Chicago Union of the Homeless. Very proud of that. And if you would like to donate as well, you can find them on Instagram or on Facebook. And we will have links to their organization down below this episode on bmoviemania.com. So, great job, everybody, for cursing, you know, doing a good thing. Logan, why don't you take us out, buddy?
Now are we recording?
Yes, we're
Mom,
recording.
say something about the peanut butter solution through it here.
I saw the peanut butter solution when I was just a little bit older than you were.
Thank you for that peanut butter prescription. I hope you like it. Whoops, we're running out of battery. Let's press this one now.